see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Boilermakers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks offense going to get the chance to start this game off. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Keeps being like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's what they want their teams to be every single week.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Touchdown, you can barely hear yourselves think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic. It's because of these fans.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense has the ball for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Boilermakers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. To the air. It's off. Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Ellington. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Lining up to convert 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The errant 48-yard field goal attempt forces him to turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give on the option. Still on his feet. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He'll keep it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. If you do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping.
Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle... Oh, he's got some space! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you a check down would be the last resort. He'll throw it. And the missed connection on third down. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Let's go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Shaw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
That's now the second missed field goal for this guy. You have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The lone back's got it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the Boilermakers are on the move. Wide receiver going in motion. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. It's picked off, That's number 10. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Leaves it with the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Makes the grab. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got his man downfield. Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. Looking downfield, it's Shaw. Here's the pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He's looking to throw. Got rid of it just in time.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Working on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Yaw. Makes the catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Immediately fires to the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Pulls and fires complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Cricket.
They'll run it from the gun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It's complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kick is in the air. Nestles it in at the 35. Slips through the line. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw at Shaw. Here comes the heat. At midfield, he's got room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11. And the Ducks have moved it inside the 20. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got it on the move. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
At the 40, there he goes. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Nothing went right in that 1st half of the 1st order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this 1st drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one. to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the catch at the 45. Quick step and go. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Unleashes to the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Setting up the screen. Oh, it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Wheeler. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. No sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, running back gets the give. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Handoff to the single running back. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Got his man on the right. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the... the 19. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Reads it, fires complete. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using the quick game. What a cut, now he's loose. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Vincent. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Now on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pretty good job of running. Two there to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Hand off from the shotgun. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
2nd down coming up.
The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Rush is on him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Oregon! The defense putting points on the board. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game streak.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the move. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
He's out of bounds.
And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They go to the wide receiver screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And Oregon has it back. The offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need it.
There he goes. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to